beds could talk, this one would make a packet on the after-dinner speech circuit. Oh, yes. It knows a few stories, I can tell you. You see, it's what you call a family heirloom. Part of the furniture, really. Handed down from generation to generation. Mother to daughter. Always on the girl's side. Because that's who runs the house, really. Mothers. You just ask the Crays. Or Roxanne. I am her mother. She took charge of the bed when I died. But really, it was hers the moment me and Charlie rustled her up between those sheets in the 60s. I won't tell you what year, mind. She wouldn't thank me. And a woman's got to have her secrets. I know I do. Most of them are still hiding in that bed, amongst other people's. And now Roxy's going to have her baby in it. Who'd have thought?
Alex, darling, wake up. The midwife? Alex. Hey!
Oh.
The birth, remember?
No, thanks.
What? Do something! You all right, Mum? No, I'm not. Look, get the phone or something. Do you know what? I'm surprised you managed to do what you managed to do 9 months ago. Yes, no, it's Bradshaw. Yeah, it's Roxanne. Yes, Doyle. Anyway, it's starting and... No, you have to.
Dad, don't you think you should get Natalie?
Look, we'll be all right. As long as we three stick together, we'll be okay. Oi!
Yeah. What? Oh, don't look rough. You're not going to propose to me too, are you?
No, I was just trying to measure you up as best man.
And I'm going to be the flower girl.
Best man? Seriously? Do you think Lydia'd want me to?
No, it's not up to Lydia, it's up to me. Best mate, best man. Why not?
Thanks. I'm honoured. I could bunk off school and we could celebrate. Just two of us, mind.
Well, me and Lydia are going to go and check out outfits and things.
We won't go for the traditional look. White makes everything look bigger.
Stella, you've got to go home.
What'd you take this out of the fridge for? I was keeping it on ice for when Roxy drops.
Not for when I'm pregnant? Oh, no, it will be flat by then.
Oh, come on, darling. It's not for the want of trying, eh?
Here, what kind of hair do you reckon an older woman will go for?
Any at all if you're talking about women older than me.
I wish you to try this hard to impress your school teachers,
Come on,
Jimmy.
darling. Talking about the 3 R's, I'd include romance. Hello?
Not responsibility. This is what a father should be teaching his son. Where are you going?
Just out.
Oh, it's just a false alarm. It's very common, especially at this stage in your pregnancy.
Look, maybe you should have it at the hospital. What about, I don't know, I mean, well, especially with an AWOL midwife and that.
Me and Nat will manage perfectly well, thank you very much, without a midwife. Especially if everyone's competent. Like my girls.
Look, I'm sorry I froze, okay? Well, I didn't sleep very well. I was tired.
But it's all right, honestly. I mean, considering where we were 9 months ago, I'm happy you're here. At each other's throat for any reason possible. Look at us now, though. I mean, we're the only couple together.
Well, don't forget about me and Donna. What Velcro us to.
But anyway, I'm not going to the hospital. I want to have this baby here, in this bed. It's where everything important to me has happened. You and me. And hence. And where Dad slept with Mum. And she died in this bed.
Come on, Laurie. You know I don't like thinking about it.
What would you do if I died? What would you do with this bed? And the house?
Sam's asked me to be best man. It means I get to do rings, speeches.
That doesn't impress me, you idiot. We didn't want them to get married in the first place, and now you're actually basically saying that you agreed to it.
Oh, well, he did ask me as a mate.
Don't worry to reason with him, Catherine. His mind cannot cope with the concept of breaking ranks like you and I. He follows Samuel like a rat in the pack. If your mother didn't see fit to produce children beyond the remit of wedlock, perhaps you wouldn't grasp so blindly for affection. The hospitals would turn her away if I had my way. It's ill-fitting.
I fit in right. I'm better than you do at Sam's place. And besides, my mum's giving birth at home, in her own bed. It's very important to her.
I'm just concerned that Samuel will see your willingness to be best man as consent to his forthcoming nuptials.
Well, I can always go and tell him I don't agree. Like, my opinion's very highly valued by my close friends. Della? No, I'm sure she'd want me there with her. No, stay where you are. See, with Della not wanting to come to Nan's grave, I thought I might be handy. I might have been on the phone if you were trying to get through earlier.
I was only called Della because we talked about your grandma this morning.
Here she is. Wish I'd stayed 38.
Was that how old she was when she died in our bed?
Yeah. It's tragic, isn't it? Same age as me. Looking right for it, Roxanne?
Holly, leave it out. Shouldn't you be in school? Ignore her, Mum. Family's not as important to her as it is to some of us.
Should be spooky, really. Sleeping in a bed someone died in, but with Mum it's just peaceful. Like I can share her last moments with her.
She did it with grace and dignity like she did everything else.
Yeah, I feel it too. It's nice like that where she finished, we all started.
I thought Dennis was conceived in...
It doesn't matter where Dennis was conceived. Bed is a symbol for our family and everyone's a part of it. Just, well, some a bit more directly than others, that's all.
Roxanne knows we want to be there when she gives birth, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's an overrated experience, mind.
Maybe for a man, but for a woman, it's a miracle. A miracle inside their own body.
Nothing miraculous about getting fat and moody for 9 months. You asked Alex. I'm only teasing, love. Don't wind yourself up.
No, child, maybe you're right. It's not the pregnancy. It's the child that matters. Maybe you should try another way. I've been thinking about surrogacy.
Surrogacy?
It's not a bad word. We will have a child of our own that maybe it will help us become more responsible.
Froze, you know. When I thought it was coming. And I froze because... Well, having a baby's no small thing, is it?
I'm sure it's not unusual for a man to be overwhelmed by it. Or a woman, for that matter.
I am not some sort of butler. I wanted to be there for Roxanne, but it's a bit hard to take control. When people have given me no control over my kids in the past. The abortion, Steph? The one you never told me about. You see, this baby's my chance to get back what you took away from me then.
Why are you bringing all this up now?
I've done some bad things. Too many. But my baby's not going to suffer because of them. Especially because not all of them were my fault. Look, this ends here. But I'll never forget what you did.
Josh, what have you heard?
What sort of bad things have you done, Mr. Wells?
Nothing compared to what you did with Jane.
It's a pity you couldn't come to the graveyard. Oh, look. This is Mum when I was 16. Staying on my birthday. It's the last picture I've got of her.
Are you all right, Mum? Is this because of this morning?
Listen, Della. You're 16 now, and you're old enough to know that...
What? You're not Grandma's age.
Look, I know that. It's just... I was your age when I got this house. The bed.
Because Grandma died, you're not going to. You're not. Is that why you're being like this?
I'm not being like anything. Look, Della, it's okay. I'm not scared. Yeah, I'm calmer than I've ever been. But I just had this feeling this morning. I just know that when this baby born, something incredible's gonna happen. Perhaps I am gonna die.
It's not natural, is it? surrogates.
Well, Donna is a sort of surrogate mother to Jimmy as things stand. I mean, if you're having problems...
I'm not having problems, not like that. No. It's just I don't want Donna losing the shape with a real kid. Well, not yet.
Don't know why you want another one. Still got a fair bit of fatherhood to do on Jimmy. Well, doesn't seem like last week you couldn't spell his name. Now he spelled the end of my marriage.
Hey, Mike, what you on about?
Oh, you know. Tell Fiona about the pills. No wonder he told him about that, eh?
Dad's got to give his kids some advice. Anyway, if you're worried about blaming someone for the problems with your marriage, why don't you try looking in the mirror?
Charlie's always right. And everybody else is wrong. He doesn't even listen sometimes. Oh, Jimmy, about babies.
Oh, Mum knew how to handle him. Listen to this. I'm surprised he's not got a little ball patch from where my thumb's been digging in. He loves it, though. I don't think he suspects a thing about what was...
Grandad seemed fine this morning with the full salon with the baby.
This morning? How did you know?
Well, oh, it was a surprise to everyone. Don't worry, he didn't miss much.
He's so selfish.
I just wanted to change the subject. I didn't think you wanted Donna to know much about Grandma.
Do you know what, darling? I don't think your grandma wanted us to know anything about her.
Oh, Roxy, I want this baby to be a fresh start. A real one. I mean it.
Yeah, but for things to start, other things have to end. Sweetheart, could you help me put all this stuff away?
Wouldn't it be great if we could just get rid of these things and never have to think about them again?
It's not that easy, Alex. You know, just trying to forget things doesn't mean they never happened.
You know, you never forget your first time. That's why I wanted to be with you. You do want to, don't you? I mean, at least to show me how.
I can't.
Look, I've blamed you for a lot of things in the past, and that really wasn't right.
No, I deserved it.
You're not the only one who's been in the wrong. Anyway, I'm going to go over to Nat's now. So, I should see you later.
Should.
Oh. Hello, Josh.
Hi, I'm here to see Della. Hello, Mr. Wells.
Can we kick out tomorrow?
As long as your parents don't mind.
You got it all wrong, Fiona. Tomorrow's a singles night.
Can I have a double, please, Charlie?
You know, if I was to drink from this glass, it'd be like we were kissing.
It's times like this you need jokes most days.
Yeah, Jimmy's been very supportive.
Like a wonder bra.
Do you know, Charlie, I think I'm going to leave it. Drink's probably not the answer, is it?
Coming on a bit strong, weren't you, son?
I can't believe you, Charlie. You didn't tell me about Roxanne almost having the baby this morning.
I didn't want you getting upset.
Oh, you liar! Don't want me to want a baby because you're scared you're too old. So selfish. Well, I don't care. I want one and I don't care how.
I'm surprised he's not got a little ball patch from where my thumb's been digging in. He loves it, though. I don't think he suspects a thing about... No, I just can't. I can't read this. Oh, come on, it's only your mum. It's hardly going to be racy. Yeah, but, I mean, you remember her like I do, you know, and... Well, we were wrong, weren't we? Got all these memories about how wonderful she was and how special our relationship was, and... I've just blamed Dad for everything that went wrong, and... It's just like I blame Alex, isn't it, you know? But I'm just as bad. You have done nothing wrong. This is your hormones talking. You know, when we conceived this baby, we weren't getting on. I was just making up after some row or another. I didn't really love him, Nat.
Well, it doesn't matter, really. You're more together than any of us now.
It does matter. I lied, just like my mum lied to Dad.
I mean, what am I supposed to do about Duncan? Just let him walk straight back in? Things have changed. Wouldn't be fair on Ryan either. Oh, sorry, what was it you said about your dad? Oh, doesn't really matter. Look, you and Duncan need time, that's all. Oh. I trusted you, Mum. This was our place, you know, a special place for us and the people we cared about. That's what we always said.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, nobody. Just to bed. Don't worry, he hasn't answered back yet.
Really, is that important to you?
Oh, darling. Was this all about what Grandad said about you not being conceived in it? Didn't mean anything by that.
I couldn't tell Sam he shouldn't marry Lydia. I'm scared he might throw me out or something. Maybe if I did know where I belong, then I'd have a bit more confidence.
Oh, come on. Come on. Sweetheart. Now listen, I'm only going to tell you this because you need to know the truth and a mother needs to be honest with her children, right? Your dad and me, we got it together in a wheat field. Well, he got it together. Look, it was just after Grandma had died, right? And, I was going through a rough patch. I was drinking too much and things, and I really miss Mum. I actually hadn't been out much, and, well, you see, that night things got a bit out of control, and I passed out. Well, it was a bit of a surprise to find out I was pregnant, but, I mean, it was a happy surprise, baby.
What have you done?
Get up. What are you looking so guilty about? Don't be so worried about Della. She's 16 now. She can make her own choices. It'd be different if she was 15.
What did you say to Roxy this morning?
Just wish her luck with the baby. You must be close now.
So?
So, now I see why she was so annoyed with Holly and those stupid letters.
Have you said anything?
Spoiled the surprise. It's supposed to be a secret.
You just don't want to look soft. Didn't know what to get Holly for her birthday. See? He's not as bad as he looks, is he, Dad?
I didn't get you into too much trouble with Donna, did I?
No, maybe I should have told her about it this morning, but I thought it was for the best.
It's all right. Don't need to make excuses with me. Dad, I know that you and I haven't exactly had much, well, anything in common, really. Yeah. I mean, you've been moving and getting on with your life, and I've, well, I mean, still in the same bed I was conceived in, aren't I?
And that bed's still on a B&B in Clacton.
No, very funny. Anyway, look, what I am trying to say is that for someone who's lived so much of her life in the past, quite obviously I didn't really know much about it at all. Mum wrote this letter to a friend. I mean, you know, she didn't send it. Dad, she had an affair. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I really know how you feel. I mean, her of all people.
Doesn't matter.
But you see, it's got me thinking, because maybe she died because she deserved it. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe that's what's going to happen to me too because of all the things